everybody.
Hi, aloha.
Well, I am here with Alice Lee. Alice is the 2018 candidate for the Wailuku, Waihee, and Waikapu seat of Maui County Council. We are going to walk story. Thank you for joining us today, Alice.
My pleasure. Thank you for inviting me.
Alice, could you share a little bit about your ties to Maui, your background? Why do you want to run for County Council?
Well, I am born and raised here. Went to school at St. Anthony for 12 years. Hi.
Morning.
Good morning. And then I went to Chaminade University. I have a degree in political science. Then I came back to Maui, and I've been living here the whole time, raising my family. We had a family business at one point, and then, I became a single parent, worked like everybody else, worked 2 and 3 jobs to keep the family going. Now I'm returning to politics after 20 years. I'm really looking forward to it because I really feel that something's missing on the council. I believe that there needs to be a greater sense of lokahi, which means balance and harmony. I think people can get a lot more done effectively if they work together, if they prioritize, compromise, collaborate, and those are the kinds of qualities I believe I can bring to the council.
All right, so you mentioned this, but you were a council member back in the 90s.
Yes, I was.
What is something that 10 years of experience taught you as far as being a council member and being a politician?
I learned the ability to compromise. It's like being married to 8 other people. And
That's tough.
It's a challenge,
Yeah.
but the more you work at it, the more you're able to be effective and have everybody. And there's no such thing as leaving people out. I believe in being inclusive, having everybody participate, because everybody has good ideas. So the more everybody works together as a unit, we can get so much more done for the community. And that's what I'm really excited about doing, and I can't wait to do it if I'm elected.
What is something that in those 10 years that you're involved in the council, what's something that you can point to that you're proud of, that you feel voters should know about? I guess it'd be kind of history now, but.
Well, I concentrated in the area of social services because that's pretty much my strength and background. I have been on just about every single major board of directors for the various nonprofits in Maui County. And so I'm very familiar with what the services that they provide. In fact, I co-founded in 1987, I co-founded the nonprofit association. So this is kind of a brand new thing for Hawaii. This enabled the various nonprofits to work together and to be stronger because they were putting their resources together when they went to the legislature or to the council, when they needed to change laws or they're asking for resources or money. They're a lot stronger today as a group rather than working individually. I worked very much in the area of housing. We did not have a housing problem back in the 90s. We did not have a water problem back in the 90s. Back in 1998, you could buy a lot for $90,000 in Marilani. You could build a house for $90,000. So the house and lot would be $180,000. That's quite a difference from today, where the average house is between $600,000 and $700,000, which is clearly out of the reach of so many of our families. And that's something that has to change and will change.
So then if you had to say, 3 issues that would guide your actions in the council, what are the 3 main concerns for Maui County from your perspective?
Well, I have here the council's budget here, and a survey was taken by the council, and the top 3 issues were roads, bridges, drainage, so infrastructure, then housing, and then finally homelessness and social services. That's my bailiwick. That's my wheelhouse, and I believe I can really contribute in those areas. And I have many new ideas about how to tackle the issues of the day because circumstances have changed since the 90s, so we have to adjust accordingly. And I think I can bring new energy and new ideas to the table.
All right, so talking about the budget though, and I guess you've been looking at it, is there anything by looking at that you feel spending priorities were not where you would have them? Is there anything you would change if you were there on the council?
If I were on the council, I would allocate a lot more money to social services. Clearly the public wants more services, whether it's senior services, youth services. You know, we still have a major drug problem, alcohol problem on Maui. So public safety is an issue, but we need to really aggressively tackle these social problems because in a healthy society, what's really important is you measure a healthy society by how you take care of the disadvantaged. And this is what we have to do. We have to create a level playing field for everybody, and then everybody can rise.
So as far as creating a level playing field, one of the things Arakawa proposed that didn't get passed was this tiered property tax, where like more expensive properties would face a higher property tax, lower would have a reduced. Is that something that you would support?
That's something I certainly would revisit because bottom line, if you want services, it costs money.
Yes.
And in order to be able to provide services adequately and not on a piecemeal type of basis, you need a substantial revenue base. And that's clearly what's missing with the county. There's no sense dickering with taxes only. You need much larger income streams, and that's what I need to work on, and I will really work on.
Yeah, let's just have a few moments. Is there anything else that you would like our voters or the Maui community to know about yourself?
Well, I'm just happy to be back, and I'm really hoping that the whole tone and tenor of the council will change to a more positive kind of group and attitude, and hopefully we can get a lot more done this way, working in a very constructive manner.
All right, Alice, thank you. We're at the Banyan Court. It's time to say goodbye. Thank you for spending some time with us, for walking story with us.
Well, thank you very much, Axel. I really appreciate the opportunity, and I would like to remind everyone to please vote in the primary on August 11th and the general on November 6th. Aloha.
All right, aloha.